Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Oh, the puppy love.
I got the puppers.
You say it's puppy love. I say it's full grown. Yes. Anyways. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus. I am not the clueless leader today. I am most of the time. But I'm probably the one with the most information and research on the subject that we're going to talk about today.
Is that a good feeling for you?
I don't know, because
The most educated person in the room at the moment?
the subject that we're going to talk about, I don't enjoy.
No. I don't think any rider does.
No. Lewis is a weirdo, and he said he enjoys it.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about him.
No show, Jones. But today I do have Miss Muffin,
Hey y'all.
and I've got Daniel.
Hey there.
And today we're going to talk about something that the majority of the country is dealing with right now, and that is wet.
At least in the southeast for the past week.
Well, even in the Ohio River Valley, Northeast, and I think they still call it the Midwest, but like the Dakotas and stuff like that, they're all still dealing with wet conditions.
Yeah.
It's just snow. But for those of you that listen that are in snowy environments, you know how it goes. You know, you might have snow and then it ends up being where it's just in the grass and you ride down the road and those types of things for those people that do ride year round. So wet conditions are wet conditions.
That is true.
Whether it's frozen precipitation.
And we've ridden in that too, but not
Yes.
snow like they get.
No.
And I've never ridden in snow, and I like actual snow. And
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, about 3 inches deep.
Whew.
So for most of the country, they're going to be like, that's not snow.
We get what we get down here.
Yeah. Yeah. For anybody that lives, like if you looked at a map and looked at Tennessee and drew a line right through the middle of the state, like
Diagonally.
from east to west or west to east, whatever, that is a line that snow rarely touches. But yeah, you almost have to do it diagonally.
Yeah.
Because Memphis will get stuff.
But we don't here.
But we don't.
I'd go from like the top eastern corner of Tennessee all the way down to the southwest corner.
That's the problem, because once you get over into like Maryville and Knoxville and stuff, Knoxville might not get snow, but 20 miles down the road in the mountains, they have it.
And then just like circle off the mountains that are on that eastern.
Okay, just draw a circle that pretty much encompasses Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina,
and
the
Chattanooga.
southeastern part of Tennessee, and all of Florida.
Yeah.
Good part of Louisiana and stuff like that.
We don't get snow.
We don't.
No.
Yeah, we don't see snow. Like there was all those jokes about when it happened in Atlanta.
The snowpocalypse.
Dude, there was people that down there that had never been in snow.
Look, they were camping in their cars. That was
But you know what we do get instead of snow?
sleet.
Ice.
And
Yeah.
ice.
Yeah. Well, sleet comes down, solid freezes on the road. We have ice.
Yep.
I can't tell you. I don't know what powder is. When people talk about powder snow,
No, we don't get that.
I've never
We don't
experienced
get that.
powder snow.
No, you get hit by a snowball down here, it's like an ice cube.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts.
It's solid. And like, if we get a good snow down here and the cars drive on it, you know, a
It just
day,
packs it down.
it's a hard packed snow. And as soon as it like starts to melt, it freezes the next night, and it's a solid sheet of ice. Because trust me, I have ice skated on my road.
And I believe it. I wholeheartedly believe it. 'Cause that's what I like to do with the snowballs around here. I make them, set them out, let them melt during the day, and then they freeze at night, and then pack some new snow around it.
Well, we used to use the when I was a kid. We had one of the flexible flyers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the wooden sled with the metal rails.
Yep.
You know, they're okay in snow. They're fun in ice.
Those metal rails have no friction.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is they're almost like, when I say bobsleds, I mean like bobsleds that the Olympics use. Other people might think of something different immediately in their head. But you can actually, when those rails start to cut into the ice, you can still turn.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just slide off.
Yeah.
So it's hard packed or thick snow. They don't move good in because it just plops down in the snow.
But on that ice.
Yeah, they'll rip. And I grew up with that type of stuff. And everybody's like, oh yeah, garbage can lids and da-da-da-da-da.
Garbage can lids work.
Sheets of aluminum foil.
Yes.
Or not aluminum foil, linoleum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The linoleum.
Yep.
Fake linoleum. If you know anywhere that still has linoleum, even if you have powder snow, grab that stuff, turn it upside down so the exposed surface that you would walk on is what's touching the snow.
And if you don't value your life, hit it with some bacon grease.
Oh, Lord.
Either way, make sure that your health insurance, life insurance
is up to date.
We in the South know how to have a good time when it does snow.
So infrequently, we got to make the most of it.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's gone by noon.
Oh, yeah.
If we have snow for 4 hours, I get a year's worth of sledding inside 4 hours.
Oh, absolutely.
So
that's what we did this past year up on the power lines up there.
I dislocated my kneecap, manually popped it back in place myself, and kept sledding.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, my 30-year-old 6'3" self was on a sled going down the power line. So
yes.
Nice.
And when we talk about this, keep in mind this was only a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So
going down memory lane there.
Memory lane.
Yeah.
But
but anyways, dealing with the wet. Riding in the wet.
Dealing with wet, precipitation, inclement weather type conditions.
Yes.
Obviously, we've been getting a lot of rain in this region recently, so the roads don't have a chance to dry. The air's moist. Not a fun riding experience.
Yesterday. Not yesterday. We'll go Friday. Yesterday wasn't as bad. Yesterday was actually kind of drying up.
It dried up in the morning
between the two storms coming through. But Friday, we had extreme dense fog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is, for anybody that's never rode in like super, super dense fog, people go, well, yeah, it's like a cloud. Dude, that's wet. You got to have on rain gear for that. You're going to be soaked.
Yep.
I mean, you're going to be soaked inside of a couple miles with extreme dense fog. I've personally experienced that. Not thinking. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's just fog. I know there's a little bit of moisture there.
It's not raining.
It's like riding in the rain.
Yeah.
Extreme dense fog is like riding in the rain.
I mean, that's all it is suspended water droplets.
Yeah. I myself have made a sound financial purchase and bought probably one of the most expensive sets of rain gear that's out there.
Yeah.
I have the FXRG rain gear from Harley Davidson. It is the rain gear. It is not the full FXRG suit that they make.
Mm-hmm.
It is just the rain gear suit. So
now I saw you wearing that the other day. It is a 2-piece, but you can connect them, correct?
So it doesn't have connection.
Okay.
It does. You can attach like suspenders though,
Gotcha,
to help keep the pants pulled up.
Yeah.
That jacket is not going to pull up on you the way it's designed. The hood you can take off, but the hood is actually, and I've never done it, they said it's actually designed to be able to put on and then put your helmet on.
Really?
Huh.
Interesting.
I've never done that. I don't think I ever would do that.
No.
And I'm thinking maybe when they design that, they're talking about like
a half helmet.
A half helmet.
Because me and you both wear full face.
Yeah. I don't think it's.
I'm pretty tight in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that would work.
Yeah. But I've done some research. When I got my suit, I could have bought something a little bit less. Okay, I could have, and it probably would have worked. But I knew I wanted something top line because I ride a lot.
Yeah.
So.
And you got a matching set of pants and a jacket.
But that's the thing. So Heather got a matching set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Elle, what price point are you talking about for your suit? If you feel comfortable sharing that,
About $600.
yeah. So that's what I wanted.
There's a lot of people that just went. He bought a $600 rain suit.
Yeah.
For here, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I have never once that I've been wearing it, and I rode in some pretty hard rain with it.
Yeah.
I have not once yet had any part of my pants or shirt get wet. I have had some very nice rain jackets growing up.
Yeah.
The one thing that my parents always kind of made sure that we had growing up was we had nice rain jackets, good boots, those types of things, for when we did have inclement weather and stuff like that. Because being in the South, a thunderstorm rolls through, and it's like, oh, watch out for them puddles outside that are 3 feet deep. So
those potholes that turned into puddles.
Yeah. So I've had nice rain jackets. I've had LL Bean rain jackets. I've had North Face rain jackets. I've had probably one of the best rain jackets I've ever had was London Fog.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a rain jacket now. I can't remember what's the that blue and gray one that I have.
I don't know the brand of it.
I think it's the House brand, but what was that company that we got it from?
Oh.
There was a outdoor company for a little while there in Hickson.
Oh.
I don't remember.
I know which one you're talking about, the one that closed.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Gander Mountain.
Gander Mountain.
Yeah,
Gander Mountain.
So I've got a Gander Mountain branded jacket.
Yep.
That's actually probably been one of the better ones.
Yeah.
But it's got like these funky sleeves with the thumb holes.
Yeah, see,
and I thought I would enjoy that. And, but even
going
then,
back to your emo days.
Even then, that jacket. So the London Fog jacket, I haven't had in years. I had it when I used to ride mountain bikes.
Mm-hmm.
It did fantastic when I rode mountain bikes and stuff like that. My Gander Mountain jacket I have, the reason I bought the FXRG whole set was because that jacket does great walking around.
Yeah.
It does decent on the mountain bike. As soon as you ride a motorcycle, the wind will push rain into areas.
Yeah.
And it can still get, through the tape sealed seams.
Yeah. Well, and any fabric type material is going to have some gap somewhere. If it's woven together, there's a gap.
Yeah.
So on the Harley stuff, on the inside, it's got you can see this coating.
It's just got a plastic shower liner
on
the inside.
No, it's a hefty garbage bag.
It's a hefty. There we go. Even better. Well, there you go. So if $600 is too much, $100 is too much. Hefty garbage bag.
There you go. Perfect.
And episode over.
Yeah. So no, but my rain gear does work fantastically. But the two things that I've been fighting with, because I have found out what's needed. Now, the other thing too is with my rain gear has a very specific feature that is nice for any brand of motorcycle. That is one thing I do want to say about Harley Davidson. The Harley Davidson branded, for the most part, their jackets, chaps, rain gear, stuff like that. They think, when it comes to riding a motorcycle, they think of every aspect.
Yeah.
And how to make it good for when you're riding your motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
My rain gear pants, I don't know if you noticed, they have about a 6-inch wide leather strip on top of the material on the entire inside of the leg. From the bottom of one leg all the way up through the crotch, down the other leg. Mm-hmm. So no matter what kind of motorcycle I'm riding, no matter what position of the exhaust, I don't have to worry about burning my rain gear.
Which is nice, because that's a problem. A lot of people use frog togs or something similar to that, and you touch a hot exhaust with those, it's melted, it's done.
Frog togs are a fire starter. I have seen people take ripped up frog togs, like, oh, they're no more, and throw them on a fire, and that fire go whoo.
I have lost a few pairs to exhaust over the years.
Well, you know what frog tog is, right?
The material? No.
I mean, what I say it is. I know it's not, but it's what it reminds me of.
What does it remind you of?
Tyvek.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does.
So for anybody, Tyvek is a brand. In the South, for the most part, it doesn't matter what brand it is, we all call it Tyvek.
Yeah.
Tyvek is the house wrap. So when they build a house and they put the wood siding up and everything like that, they put the house wrap on before they put the outer material.
Yeah, the vapor barrier.
Yes. That is what Frog Togs remind me of.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong at all.
Which is almost the same thing as the painters, the people that do the auto painting.
Yes.
And they'll wear the one piece zip up with the hood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same stuff. That's Frog Tog stuff.
Well, if it keeps paint off you, it should keep water off you.
Yeah.
For a short period of time.
True. But there is other options out there. I don't want to say that they wouldn't work on a motorcycle. There are some great options that aren't from motorcycle companies.
Yeah.
I saw the other day a alternative to people wearing waders.
Yeah.
When they're out in swampy areas and stuff like that. And it's actually a full one piece jumpsuit.
Which is not bad either.
And I was and this dude's standing up to his chest, higher than waders normally go.
Oh wow.
And he's dry. And I'm holy crap.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But and with
I don't know how well that would work on a motorcycle though. You would think that would work great.
But you never know when you combine wind speed and how fast you're going.
Well, you also don't think about how your leg is bent.
Yeah.
How your arms are bent.
Yeah.
You're in a seated position.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff is not designed for you to be in a seated position. It starts to pull in places that could end up ripping earlier in its lifespan.
Comes down the top.
Yes, those type of things too.
But I think that's the point of what we want to discuss. There's a lot of different options that are out there for at least, we're talking, I'm going to say just in general, we haven't gone into it yet, but jackets and pants, there's the stuff from Harley Davidson. And I would advise you, if you've never gone to a Harley Davidson dealership, to look at their gear.
Yeah.
Not everything is big emboldened with Harley Davidson.
Well,
it is motorcycle gear first.
Yeah. Even if you're not a Harley fan, Harley Davidson Motor Company has done a fantastic job through the years of making sure that their customers that buy their motorcycles also have good gear options. I've talked to several people, even people that don't ride Harleys, that are I wear Harley boots, or I wear Harley gloves, or I buy my jackets from Harley, those types of things, because it is a great place to go that for the most part is convenient.
Yeah.
That has loads of options on stuff, including the fact that a lot of those companies, us included, we have other brands of motorcycle gear.
Well, and convenience is something, and I know we've touched on this in a few other podcasts. Not every city has a cycle gear or a physical store where you can go. You have dealerships, but Harley,
we have more gear than cycle gear does.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm going to say. The Harley motor clothes department has more than any other motorcycle dealership has as far as apparel and gear.
Yeah.
It's like a whole cycle gear shop, but there is a Harley dealership closer to you than there is probably a cycle gear shop. There are more Harley shops around than there are.
Well, you're talking to the listeners.
Yes, I'm talking to the listeners.
I was going to say, because I pass cycle gear to go to the Harley shop.
Yes, I know. Well, we have one in Chattanooga, but there's not one everywhere.
Yeah, but there are more. The Harley shops closer to you.
Yes.
Than cycle gear is.
Yes.
But cycle gear is across the street, basically, for me.
But I can also, go to another Harley dealership. We literally have two within the same distance if I need to.
Yeah, I mean, I can be at my dealership in about 5 minutes. I could be at the other dealership if there's just regular traffic, in under 20.
Yeah. So, I mean, within 20 minutes, you have a physical location where you can try on gear.
Now, anybody that's listening to us in California, obviously timing is different, but for a lot of them, or anybody, Nashville, anybody in big cities and stuff like that, they have multiple. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think Atlanta has 4 or 5 Harley Davidson.
And that's like we said, or like we've touched on before, just the convenience, the locations of the dealerships. These are places where you could go if they don't have it in stock, which they usually do.
Yep.
they can get it for you. You can actually physically touch it instead of ordering it online.
Yeah.
Which,
Well,
for
like
gear,
instance,
I like to touch first.
we have an Odin rain gear.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that is an off-road rider, they know that brand.
Yeah.
So, but we've got, just on clothing, we've got Thrashing Supply. We've got all their clothing, gloves, jackets, those types of things. We have Odin clothing and jackets and gloves. And we have, can't think of a name of it, the jacket that I just got.
First manufacturing.
First manufacturing. Yeah. We have full line from First Manufacturing.
Yep.
We have all kinds of stuff, off-road Vixen. And,
not just Harley branded stuff.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
So
just wanting to reinforce that. It's not just because it's definitely the people that run these dealerships now are for the most part a new generation, and they understand. They come from stuff, Sean, our general manager, he didn't start on Harley Davidson, so he understands that there's other brands out there.
Yeah, and it opens it up to a lot of people that come in there, like me. I don't have a Harley, but I'll go buy gear over the dealership because doesn't matter what brand is on it. To me, it doesn't matter what brand's on it. I just want some good gear, quality gear.
Well, like your winter gloves.
Yeah.
They're not Harley branded, but you got them at the Harley shop.
Bought them at the dealership. Yeah. Now, my summer gloves are Harley branded, but they're great gloves. Yeah. And I don't care. Who cares?
My summer gloves, actually my summer and winter gloves are now the same brand. I have Thrashing gloves.
I do. Well, and that's the next thing that you need to touch on. So we talk about jackets and pants. You can get jumpsuits. You can get individual sets. Like the rain jacket that I have is the one that you gave me from your dad. And I can't think of the brand right now.
And I do want to say this. Light misting rain, like what we have right now, if I had to ride somewhere and I didn't have rain gear, I'd probably, if you have a leather jacket, leather chaps, throw them on and go.
Fine. Yeah, you'll be fine.
I don't want to tell them they'll be fine.
But
you're
going to get a little wet, but you're not going to be soaked.
Yeah.
It'll look like you've been walking in the rain. Yeah. Not like you were riding a motorcycle.
You're not drenched, but
correct.
Water's going to get through.
Right. Water will also sog into that leather, so be aware of that. Be able to have that leather to hang up somewhere.
Or if you treat your leather properly with there's a sprays.
If they have anything from First Manufacturer for Harley Davidson, it's treated leather already.
Correct.
So, like if it's newer.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's a couple years old and you haven't retreated
there are sprays and leather protectants you can buy that will retreat and create that water resistance in leather.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, I've recently I haven't had a leather jacket since I rode sport bikes.
Yeah.
I've been wearing like the neoprene style jackets, and they work good. But I wanted something with more substance to it, so I literally, if I was going to ride to work and it's 50 degrees in the morning and it's going to be 70 on my way home, I don't want to have on a hoodie and my jacket.
You don't want to feel like the Michelin Man riding the motorcycle.
Correct. Right. With the leather jacket, I can just throw it on. I got one from First Manufacturing.
Yeah.
The thing too with First Manufacturing is lifetime warranty and everything.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we'll move on to gloves. So. One of the things that me and Daniel have that you've heard us talk about on the podcast before is we have the hippo hands or whatever you want to reference them as that go over the lever and everything. Helps really good actually in raining conditions.
Correct.
It is not an end-all be-all to not having on a rain glove though. When it's raining, if those are on, I will still wear a glove that has some sort of waterproofness to it. Because water will seep through the little holes and stuff because those are not a perfect seal. They're just Velcro onto the end of the handlebar.
It prevents the main rain from getting through.
Correct.
It's going to be the main defense, but anything that builds up on the handlebars, outside of where it's connected, it's still going to seep in.
And those are a great thing. And I want to say, Daniel can vouch for this. I've met a lot of people that have been like, oh, I couldn't do those because how am I going to know what buttons I'm pushing? You shouldn't be looking at your buttons.
Yeah.
That's true.
You should know where your buttons are.
Now, if it's a bike you've never ridden, I get you.
If it's a bike you've never ridden, don't go ride in the rain.
Yeah, but if it's your bike that you've known for a long time, you need to know where the start button is, where the turn signals are. Everything else you can figure it out later.
Yeah, and if you've been riding a newer Harley for the past couple years, doesn't matter what Harley you get on, with the exception of the new Rev Max models.
Yeah,
they're all the same.
Yeah. That's.
But
I can understand where people would get a little bit. Going from seeing all their controls to no longer being able to see them, at least the first time.
I thought it was going to be, and I just did it.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, all right.
Just did it.
Once you got used to having your hands in something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
No. I will say the only thing that I noticed with the hippo hands, mitts over the handlebars, depending on your bike and the lever positioning and how fast you're going, the mitt can compress the brake and clutch lever. Because I noticed that on the ZRX.
If I pull mine in more, it will.
Yeah.
But I don't pull them in so far that it starts to push on the lever.
But it also depends on how they, how your handlebars are set up. And,
and they make different mitts.
Yeah. So if you get something that fits... Yeah. That's just in my experience. I noticed on the highway on the ZRX, it would apply the front brake.
Yeah.
Not much, but it would put the brake light on.
Yeah.
Just enough to hit that switch.
So those work. I have recently purchased a set of the Thrash and Supply Mission waterproof gloves. I have yet to test them, but when they were being introduced by Thrash and Supply on one of their vlog videos, they ended up having to ride about 200 miles in the pouring down rain, and his hands were dry. His feet, on the other hand, soaking wet.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole different problem.
Correct.
But I did try on your gloves. I do want to get myself a pair.
They are super, super comfortable. It's a gauntlet style glove. I'm not going to tell you. Their videos are kind of, I don't know, when it comes to the warmth factor. Everybody gets cold at a different point also.
Yeah.
So for me, it hasn't really been so cold that I'm like, oh, my hands aren't warm. If I needed to be a little warmer, though, I could slide on a glove liner, put my hand in there, or even then, I have the hippo hands to put on to help with some wind deflection.
Correct. And those gloves fit well. And, this is the problem that I've found with...
They fit very well.
Winter and waterproof gloves. They tend to be a little bit thicker, especially winter gloves. And riding a motorcycle with thick gloves, your hand isn't in the best position. You sometimes can't get a full grip in some...
Yeah, those are like stupid comfortable.
Yeah, they were very comfortable, and I'm waiting for you guys to get more so I can go buy a pair.
So that's what I've recently done. The next step for me is boots, though.
Yes.
So me and Daniel both have the Columbia boots that have the Omni Heat. They are, air quote, waterproof.
I'm going to say water resistant.
Yeah.
They will do great if we're on a hike and it's raining. But if we go to cross the river, we still need to step on stones that are dry.
Yeah.
Because I have stepped in a puddle before and it's like, oh, my foot's wet now.
Yeah.
They do good at when it's raining and you're just walking.
Well, and they
do really good too at keeping your feet warm when it's cold outside.
Yes. But they seem to have the same problem as what we talked about with the pants and jackets. Water pools in certain areas.
Correct.
Combined with wind, it'll get in at a certain point.
Correct.
It's going to just force its way in.
Now, the other day, it was raining when you were behind me and I had on my rain gear. I had on my cowboy boots.
Yeah.
And with that, I wore cowboy boots in the rain a couple times. Never really anything heavy rain.
Yeah.
But the thing is those are leather. Rain, like we've already stated, will eventually completely soak through leather. So if you're getting a leather boot, it needs to be designated as like a waterproof leather boot.
Mm-hmm.
And typically those will have a separate liner on the inside.
Will have a membrane.
Yeah.
That brings me to the boots that I'm looking at that I really am interested in is Thorogood has a pair of 1957s that are also listed as waterproof. There's a couple different people on YouTube that have cut them apart, taken a look at them and stuff like that. They do have a waterproof membrane inside of them and stuff like that. So that's kind of the big thing on that. It's leather, but a waterproof barrier.
Has that layer in there, which is important.
Correct.
Because especially this time of year, we're in December at this point when we're recording this.
Yeah.
It's not cold, but when you get wet, it can be cold.
Well,
it can feel cold.
Yeah.
So
the
having
other thing
layers,
too, though, is like with boots, the thing that you have to watch out for that a lot of people don't think about.
wet socks.
No, if you find a boot that's warm and comfortable, okay, congratulations. But as soon as you step on slick pavement, is it solid? You want a boot that's solid. I have seen, in this past week, I have seen people with their foot slide out on wet pavement. So it's, it's one of those things. Like right now, I'm wearing my Hey Dudes, but you know what? Hey Dudes actually grip pretty decent in the rain.
Yeah. Well, those you might want to replace soon. That tread's getting a little bit.
You don't talk about my shoes, so
You have a very odd foot pattern because it's worn down in the center.
I have a heavy step. Very heavy step. Well, not necessarily.
Oh yeah, in the back too.
That's where I roll my feet
Yep.
when I walk.
I do the same thing.
I do that too.
But so I like I said, I'm looking at a set of Thorogoods right now. My current go-to. Oh, it's raining. I need my boots. I have a pair of, and I don't remember what brand they are. So don't shoot me. They were Air Force issue Gore-Tex winter boots.
Yeah.
So they're still shank, still toe, Gore-Tex line. They have the membrane between the Gore-Tex and the outer skin and stuff like that. The tongue is stitched in almost all the way to the top. That is typically, it's raining, I need boots. That what I wear. Those were for a while my go-to winter boot, but the problem was there was nothing to produce heat like our new boots do.
Yeah.
Those work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you now they work.
Yeah.
But I've ended up having my feet get wet in those boots too.
Well, and
because they're designed for hiking.
Correct. And the one thing I do want to say as well, when you're buying rain pants, make sure they cover the top of whatever shoe or boot you are wearing.
Yes.
Because water will get in there.
If you're buying rain pants that don't have gator straps on them,
you should probably buy those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every pair of rain pants you're going to buy from Harley Davidson is going to have the gator strap on the bottom of it. Some people are going to call it a boot strap.
That's what I call it, it's a bootstrap, but
I call it a gator. I call it a gator strap because what you're actually putting on is a rain gaiter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's that option. Now they do make the rain gaiter boot covers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've never used them. I don't know if they work.
I've never used them either. I've seen them.
I would imagine if you're using them, you'd almost still want to use them over for the most part, waterproof boot.
Yeah. Well, water is going to get in somehow.
Yeah.
Water manages to do that. And once again, these are not solutions to keep you perfectly dry.
Well, and these are only our personal experiences.
Yeah, these are only our personal experiences. And honestly, in heavy downpours, you're going to get wet. Like, that's just the truth of the situation.
Yeah.
But these are ways to help mitigate the wetness.
Correct. Yeah, because right now, a lot of the country's getting snow. The Southeast is getting rain.
Yes.
Rain after rain after rain. Trust me, Northeast right now, when y'all are getting ready to go, we got another blizzard coming. Right now, we're going, we got more tornadoes coming.
Yeah. Don't say that dirty word.
Yeah, don't say that
Coming?
word.
Yes.
So.
No, moist.
Later. So we get it. I mean, we not every year, but it seems like every other year we probably get more rain in the winter season than we do in the spring.
Yeah. We have very wet winters.
Yes.
Because we don't get snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So any of that precipitation just turns into rain.
Yeah, but if we drive 5 miles north, I bet you it's snow.
Yeah, most likely. So I do want to ask one other thing. Obviously, we've talked about the jackets. Now, do you have anything else that covers your neck, throat area? I know most jackets zip up high enough, but there is still a gap between your helmet and...
That would be waterproof?
That would be waterproof, correct?
No. So my rain jacket, when it's zipped up completely,
Yeah.
if I raise my chin, it's straight. If I put my neck down, it pushes on that down on that collar. So there's not a need to. Besides that, like we talked about, I have on full face helmet.
Correct.
So
I will say something that I have worn is a winter, and it's waterproof as well, like a neck gaiter that I stuff inside the top of my jacket, and I can actually tuck it into the bottom of my full face helmet. Now,
I've never had
that only works when you're going straight. You don't have to turn your head that often because
I've never had water run down the top side of my jacket.
Yeah, I've had it collect on the bottom of my helmet and go there.
See, I haven't had that experience either. So
also make sure your vents are closed on your helmet.
All of my vents are open.
Yes.
All of my vents are open.
Because I've experienced that too.
I don't close my vents.
Really?
I don't close my vents.
I do it all the time.
I have been raining before and felt like just the little drop on top of my head. And I'm like, ooh, my vent's open.
Yeah.
But half the time I'm riding, I got my visor cracked open too.
True.
So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I've found. Well, you also have a windshield in front of you that prevents good bit of the water from hitting your body. So that might be deflecting it enough.
I'd say my chest.
Yeah.
Top of my legs and my chest.
Yeah.
But the helmet, I'm still getting.
Oh yeah.
Pretty well pounded on that.
But well, so obviously we've talked about me and you riding, wearing gear. Heather, what is your experience with being on the back of a motorcycle in a torrential downpour? Because I know you've been there.
I have been.
Yes, as a passenger on a motorcycle, you know, obviously you're not wearing as much of a setup as Marcus is. Like we discussed, you're wearing a kind of an average.
I have the full
basic
gear, but it's
basic.
But I haven't been in a torrential downpour wearing it.
Yeah.
The last time I was in a downpour, I had on nothing except for jeans and a t-shirt, and I for the most part got soaked.
Yeah.
But he does actually block a lot of the.
Which is nice. As a passenger, you do have a built-in rain gear.
But yeah, the arms and the feet do get soaked.
Yeah.
What do you, if it's wet and we're going to be getting on the motorcycle, what do you have a go-to shoe?
Yes, either I do wear my Doc Martens.
Okay.
Or I do have the Harley waterproof, like the tennis shoe / boot type thing.
I forgot about those.
Yeah, those actually work very well.
And, you know, for a lot of people, you got to remember, passengers, their feet are not going to be as low to the ground as the rider themselves, are a little bit up elevated, so you're not getting the splashing off that front tire as much.
Well, like she stated, I block a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah.
Exactly. So it's not as imperative. You don't need to be on the back with a full, you know, one-piece jumpsuit.
I think I'm just gonna sell her rain gear. If I block that much,
no, I still do need it.
Ride back there in t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
It's only 35 degrees outside. It's all right. I blocked most of everything.
I blocked most of the wind.
Just hug me for warmth.
No, I still do need that stuff.
So, yeah. The one thing that I need to get figured out might just be me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong.
Windshield wiper?
Or no, my gloves have windshield wipers, thank you. But I can't seem to keep my helmets from fogging. No matter what I do, my helmets.
Do you have a pin lock in yours?
Even with pin, I'm not running the pin lock on my AGV.
Yeah.
Because I had pin locks on both of my Shoeys, still fog.
See, my pin lock doesn't fog.
So
the area around it does, but the actual
my pin lock still fog.
I wonder if it isn't completely sealed, because I did have to remove mine at one point and reseal it to the visor.
I mean,
and it's been good since then.
Yeah.
Because we both have K3s.
Yes.
I think they might have came with the pin lock thing in the box.
The K3 did.
So
Yes.
I don't know where my box is or the stuff that was in my box.
I know where my box is. I don't know.
So
Yeah, because I know the K1, the AGV K1.
actually, I bet you all that stuff's in my desk at work.
Probably.
I bought a pin lock. The visor was set up for it. It just didn't come with the actual pin lock screen.
Yeah.
And I bought one, and it
I
worked
think mine came with a pin lock screen.
The K1 didn't.
Oh yeah,
My
no, I'm talking
K1
about my K3.
did. My K3 did.
Yeah.
Mine didn't.
But because of that though, we're gonna test out because I'm not running the pin lock on mine right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna test out. There's some hacks and stuff like that on some stuff. Because I've been doing a little bit of research too on the fogging of a windshield. I know it sounds crazy, but the technical science behind what causes your windshield to fog. So
Look forward to that in a coming episode.
yes. Also, I want to say we're about to play Chalk Ride Sell, but before we do that, we are getting close to episode 100.
Woo!
100 will come out on January 2nd. So,
And for those of you that don't know,
that'll be a good episode.
Our episodes come out every week. So every Monday, that is 100 weeks of doing this podcast.
Yes.
So we are definitely excited here in the Daily Biker Studio.
Yeah. So, thank y'all for listening to that. We'll have like a little 100th episode, like party thing.
Christmas special.
New
Year's special.
We'll have a Christmas
New Year's
special.
special.
Yes, we will have a Christmas special.
So, yeah. Anyways, let's play some Trap Outside.
All right. Maybe we can do a little bit better for you this week.
Ginger
Maybe.
wants to know why you stopped petting her.
I know she does.
Well, Bo's in my lap, so.
Oh, good catch.
It was a good catch. It landed in my shirt. It's like,
I just waited for you to throw them at me. I wasn't even going to stick my hand out.
I did think about that. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, this one's easy. I keep getting the easy sets of chips
Yeah, you gave me a pretty decent setup.
as opposed to last week,
Yep.
where it was a little bit tough for you.
Yep. Well, I mean, there's only so many options with this one.
Well, Marcus, do you want to go?
We're
Heather
just
is.
trying to figure out what she's got.
no, there's one I have to figure out what it is.
What's the...
I can go first, actually,
Okay.
if you want me to. So I have a Dynabra,
Okay.
an OCC,
Okay.
and a FJR.
Okay.
The FJR was what I was trying to figure
So
out.
the FJR's Yamaha's kind of
Yeah.
You remember the
concourse
Honda
looking bike.
ST1300?
Yeah. So
Yes.
like a touring
Yeah,
sport
so
bike.
similar to that?
Sport-
or-
Yeah, it's in the same class as the ST1300.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same
Gotcha.
class as the Kawasaki Concourse.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have an easy hand knowing this. Okay. So I'm selling the OCC.
Okay.
I am going to customize the Dynabra,
Okay.
and then I'm just going to ride the FJR.
Yeah.
Nope, there
Good
you go.
choice.
That's exactly what I would do.
You want to know what I got?
Go ahead, Marcus.
I got a V-Rod.
Oh.
All right.
I have an M8 Softail.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have a Moto Guzzi V7.
Okay.
What you think I'm selling?
I think you're going to sell the Moto Guzzi.
Selling the V-Rod.
I didn't know if you wanted to build like a drag bike out of the V-Rod.
I don't want to see a V-Rod.
Okay. So what you have the...
I want to be clear about this. I don't dislike V-Rods. I dislike the people that swear by V-Rod.
I think
Because
that's
we have
fair.
the customers that come in there and they're like, oh, it's great. blah, blah, blah." Like the guy that shows up in the mornings at almost every single one of our dealer rides
Mhm.
and then doesn't even go on the dealer rides.
Yep.
Sits there, talk smack about how his bike's so fast. And, oh, man, did it? And
Oh,
has yet to go on a
gosh.
single dealer ride.
Yep. Well, riding with a group would slow them down.
I would like to see him ride with me and see how slow he goes. So, anyways, no, the Moto Guzzi V7. I'm just gonna ride it.
They're cool, classic style bikes.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a Moto Guzzi. I think it would be a cool conversation piece too.
Mm-hmm. Still a V twin.
People asking what it is and stuff like that. M8 Softail.
Yep.
I want to build the bike that you and I discussed the other day. So, real quick, I rode a Diablo the other day.
Oh, that give.
So, for those listening that might not know what the Diablo is, it is the Harley Davidson Lowrider ST. The Diablo is a special trim package and all that other stuff. But the whole factor of it is it's a Lowrider ST.
It is a good-looking bike.
I rode a customer's bike to their house. They asked me if I could deliver it to their house and stuff like that. So I just took it over to their house for them. On an M8 Softail, I would create my own.
Yeah.
I would create the bike that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take a Lowrider S, not a ST, a regular Lowrider S. I would put the FXRT style fairing on there, and I would put the FXRT clamshell style bags. The original true FXRT clam style shell bags. For those of you that might not know what those are, look them up. It's what the Lowrider ST bags are trying to emulate.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the Lowrider ST bags might be a little bit easier to get into. But I still think the look of those clam style shell bags.
They do look really good.
Yeah, cool.
And I think as a package together.
Yeah, the fairing and the bags and everything on a new Lowrider S with the 117.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would get that truly classic styling.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because there are classic lines that modern reproductions can't just match.
Correct.
They look they have the similar look,
Correct.
but it's just
we've already talked about this too. I would do it actually on a and I think I'm gonna flip it because I originally said a white bike.
Yeah.
So do it on a black bike. So black front fender, black tank, black rear fender, white FXRT fairing, white clamshell style bags, and then the pod lights on the front.
Yep.
In yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, not red and blue pod lights, not cherries and berries, but it would give a slight appearance as I'm going down the road of looking like a police.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
A police FXRP.
Without the solo spring seat.
Without the solo spring seat. Yeah, because I'm going to tell you now, you can take a wild guess what kind of seat it's going to have on it.
It's going to have, I'm blanking. I'm really blanking. That's bad.
It's going to have a saddleman step.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. I was like, it's the seat you have on your bike.
Yeah. It would probably have the exact same seat I have on my bike. The San Diego Custom Saddleman step up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I have the Harley Davidson Sprint, which
HD Sprint. Yeah.
We did see not a Sprint, but a similar one from that same era. On the toy run last week.
Yes.
Similar small CC Harley.
Yeah, but you've seen Sprints though.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't see them around that often.
No, but we saw a couple this past year.
That is true.
Because we went to Barber and Whistler Time.
Out on the road.
We went to museums.
Yes.
Motorcycle museums.
That belongs in a museum.
You belong in a museum.
Something else that belongs in a museum. The California Highway Patrol KZ1000.
Okay, I saw one of those this weekend.
Yep. And another bike that belongs in a museum.
Oh Lord.
A Kawasaki Z1900.
I didn't see one of them this weekend. Actually, in the past 7 days, have seen a KZP 1000.
I've thought about going to go look at buying one, but it's another conversation.
Well, no, like I said, Lewis rode up to the shop.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Harley Davidson Sprint's going to get sold to a museum somewhere.
I guess with your lineup and your particular style of motorcycle,
yeah,
It's a
cool bike.
Yeah, I could see you doing.
If it wasn't against the other two, I probably would keep it because it'd be a conversation piece.
Can I take a guess on what you're going to do?
By all means.
You're probably actually going to customize the KZP.
That would be correct.
And I'm assuming with the KZP, the only customization you would do to it would probably be modernization. For the most part.
That is exactly what I would do.
Like new Brembo brakes, new rear shocks, inserts on the front forks.
Correct. Do whatever I need to the engine as far as getting a little bit more reliable performance out of it.
Well, hold on now.
But
it just says KZP 1000.
Yes.
It doesn't say 1979 or 2005.
That is correct. So it would definitely be a more modern, an early 2000s.
So it would be a 2005.
Yes.
And we would find a way to adapt, like, Olin shocks on the rear, and we would do drop-ins, not inverted. Although, not do anything else to it.
Yeah.
Just bolt on an inverted front suspension.
See, my goal would be to make it as modern as possible while still looking like it's from 1975.
Yeah, but you could do that.
Oh, I know.
Just the Olins, they'd make them in black.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get the black fork tubes.
Yep. My preference would also be to figure out how to get fuel injection to the older KZ and to get it properly done.
I'm sure it's easily done. I mean, you got to think there's all kind of carb to fuel injection setups that you can get.
Oh yeah, so I would do that, and then it would just be a reliable daily transport that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And the Z1 900 is just
that'd be so cool because then you would have your police bike that's customized, your old police bike customized to new, and I'd have my new police bike customized to old. That would be fun.
We'd have to buy matching uniforms.
20.
Oh,
da, 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 da.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.